Hi guys, Tracy here. I just wanted to share with you guys some of the things that I did to my 3 double page layouts that helped me to personalize them and change them. The last video that I posted on my channel was a video where I used this close to my heart kit, the Beautiful Friendship Scrapbooking Workshops Your Way kit, which gave me the supplies and the inspiration and all of the step-by-step instructions for creating 3 double page layouts and also 2 inserts. And I did that because I was really curious to see just how easy it would be to use this kit. And so I set a timer and I filmed my entire process. It took me 3 hours, which is a long time, but it's not that long if you think about the fact that I made 3 double page layouts and 2 inserts as well within those 3 hours. So if you didn't check out that video, please go back to my channel. I will link it in the information section below and also in a card here in this video. And what I wanted to do today was show you guys the changes that I made to those layouts. What I did was I took 1 single hour and I went back and revisited all 3 of those pages. Now I did film my process, but somehow I got really backed up with all of my video filming, and somehow I ended up accidentally deleting the footage before I made a video for it. So I'm really sorry that I don't have the process. I really wanted to share it with you guys. It would have been a really quick one because I only spent an hour doing this, but I just wanted to show that even if you follow the kit step by step, you can still make it your own. I just didn't want to do it when I was filming and timing myself because I didn't think that it would be a very fair reflection of how easy it would be to make a kit following the steps if I at the same time also made it my own. So this is what I have here in front of you is the 3 layouts, and I'm going to show you what I made and how I did it differently. Now, what I really wish is that I had remembered to take before and after photos, and I did for the second 2, but I didn't for the first one. So I'm actually going to show you the inspiration photo for the first one because mine was really not much different than this. I had a different configuration of photos, so I had 3 square instead of a 4x6 and 2 square, and then I had these 2 here instead of these 2 this bigger photo here. And my page looked pretty much exactly like this. I had the same title and everything basically was the same. I didn't put a ribbon around this one, but I did put a ribbon around this one. So this was what my page looked like at first, except it had my own photos on it. And also I did do some outlining. So I outlined around the bottom part. So I outlined this piece and I outlined these pieces right here. And what I did when I came back to personalize it is I added outlining to my banners because I think that that just looks really awesome. It really steps it up and gives it more energy up there than what the plain background does. And I added embellishments. So these doilies were already here, these doily stickers, and I just used the doily stickers that were placed in pretty much exactly the same places that they had placed them. I did scooch my photos over quite a bit so that I could have this kind of cohesive look of my photos all together. I always like my photos to clump together on a double page layout, whereas in this design it has 2 clusters of photos. So I just kind of personalized it as I made it the first time in the video you would have seen that way. But the only thing that I added here was some stickers. This is a Dear Lizzie sticker that I just popped up on Pop Dots. I added some enamel hearts and an enamel dot. This is a piece of chipboard from my stash. This is another piece of chipboard from my stash. Now what I did with the title here is I actually got rid of this title, which was on a sticker, and I can't remember if I pulled it up or if I just put this over it. Yeah, I just put this right over it. So this is a chipboard frame from my stash. I lined it with a piece of graphic, it's very light white paper with a graphic design on the back of it, and then I used letters from my stash to say Pool Getaway instead of the generic title that was Friends for Life, which was already there on the sticker. That gives me a title with more dimension. I also pulled up the little piece of ribbon that was on that title card. I had stuck it right on here instead of putting it around the photo like that. I pulled it up and I put it right on the flamingo right there. I also added this piece of chipboard here, and this piece of chipboard here actually extends across the gap in the 2 pages. That's another thing I love to do on double pages, is have at least a few elements that cross the line so that it really kind of sends the message to your brain that this is one cohesive picture, like one cohesive layout, I should say. I added "It's All Good" right here next to "Live," and what that did was it covered up some of the less aesthetically pleasing things in the background here, just like pool machinery and stuff like that. I added the "Today" sticker, and I pulled this up off of, it was right over here, I pulled it up and put it on the Y of today instead, and this journaling was already here. I just added a few little embellishments here. This is a piece of chipboard, this is a sticker that's up on pop dots, and then some more stickers and another little cluster of enamel hearts and dots. And then again, these doilies were already here. I added a chipboard sticker and some more enamel dots and another chipboard sticker with some outlining on it. And so as you can see, this has the same overall look, but it's much more me. It's more in line with my style of scrapbooking. And so I think that when you're using a kit that includes step-by-step directions that somebody else designed, it's certainly okay to just go ahead and make it the way that they made it, because that's why they made it, so that you could copy it and have an easy time and be able to scrapbook your photos and your stories really, really quickly and with ease. But if you have a different style than the person who designed this, don't hesitate to go ahead and add some personal touches to make it your own, because that is half the fun, or maybe more than half the fun, if you enjoy doing that kind of thing. So here is what my page looks like all together, my double page. I really love this page. Another thing that I thought about doing that maybe it would have involved a lot more deconstruction, but maybe I would have done this if I was designing it myself from the very beginning, is to take a piece of navy blue cardstock, because there are navy blue accents on this page already between the blue here, the blues in the enamel dot clusters, and also the blue here. I would take a piece of navy blue cardstock and just mat this whole section like this. And then of course it would be cut in half down the center, and put one here and one here, and then do all of my layering on top of it. So that would be another idea that I had for how to make this page my own. So that's the first one. Here is the second one. The second one is, actually it might have been the third. I might be showing this out of order, but that's okay. So this one is the one that includes 2 little inserts, and so I'll move the inserts so that you can see the overall page. I did remember to take before photos this time. So this is how my page looked before, and as you can see, it's a beautifully designed page, but it's really not in line with my style. I almost always have more on my pages than this. It's a lovely page, and it was really nice to be able to tell my story. Look at the few things that I did just to step it up a notch and make it more my own. So the first thing I did was I added a doily and a couple of little stickers here. So none of these were here before. As you can see, this part here was completely plain. And so I added a doily and some stickers and some enamel dots right there. Then with my title part right here, which I had already added the with Crocs, and I had added this dimension, so I had already made this piece, which was outside of the instructions. This was already personalized to me, but I took this and I made it even more detailed. So see how it originally just had the bow on it. So I went back and I added some layered stickers here. This one says smile, and then a little label behind it and an arrow on top of it, and then some little enamel dots. There's that bow that's still there, a little heart sticker, and another sticker right here. I really love what that adds to this page. Then on the second side, as you can see, this part over here was pretty plain, so I added another doily. It's actually the other half of that other doily, and I added a little floral sticker there, and I added some more things down here that just kind of extend a little bit beyond what was originally there. And then the only other thing that I added was I added this happy sticker right here and these two enamel dots. Oops, and I added this sticker right here and also this one right here. And again, all that I spent was 1 single hour doing all of this extra embellishing. Now, as far as the inserts go, I added a banner here and did some doodling around it. I added another sticker. These were individual triangle stickers, and I just doodled, and then this was another sticker from my stash that I doodled around. I didn't change this at all. I added a sticker here, added some stickers here and some outlining, another sticker there. So I've got some gold elements going on here. I added some outlining on this one, added some journaling here that wasn't originally there, and then I added these little cactus stickers as well. And so that wraps up the personalization of this page. And now here is my last page. This is how it looked before. So it had minimal embellishments, and I just added a little bit every here and there. So one thing that I added that I think added a little bit of energy is a kite to the page, and I like how it extends into the background and also its little tail goes around. Where these flowers were, there was like a floral sticker there. What I did was I put a frame, and then I put I left the floral sticker so that it was showing. And I also added this badge. This is from Freckled Fawn. It says, "Let's go on an adventure." And then this is one of the bows that came in the kit that I hadn't used. And so I just put that on there with a little tiny enamel heart in the center. And I added this piece of chipboard, and I just put it, you are the best place ever, because this was about a place. I added a butterfly and a couple of enamel dots above the title. And then on this side, I'll just leave the photo here so that, just for reference, so I can point out what's different. So as you can see, this side had a couple of layered stickers. I added a few more. So I added this green one that goes here. I added the chipboard. I added some enamel dots. I added the loved, and I just moved the bow so that it was on top of the loved. And then down here in the corner, there was nothing before. I added all of these layers of stickers right here. Some chipboard and some stickers and some enamel dots, and I added a little bow that came in the kit. And then I added this sticker that says, "This is my happy place." And then right here in this corner there was nothing, so I added just this little sticker right here along with 2 enamel dots. So with all of these, when I added, I was trying to be mindful of design elements such as repetitions. So when I'm pulling in things that didn't come in the kit, I'm trying to be mindful that I need to pull in enough things that I can repeat them in different places. So when I added red here and here, I knew I wanted more red, so I added red here, I added red here, and I added red here. And that gives me these pops of red in these areas that kind of draw your eye around the page. I also use the dark blue enamel dots in the same way, so it kind of pulls your eye through the page to view the story. And again, when I added blue over here, I wanted to make sure that I added blue over here. And when I was adding things, I wanted to make sure that I put chipboard spread around the page as well as flat stickers spread around the page. And I use that same concept of repeating elements, either colors or shapes or textures, throughout the page on all of these layouts that I changed up a little bit. So here, when I added this yellow, I had to make sure I put a little bit of yellow here, a little bit of yellow here, and a little bit of yellow over here, just to kind of pull it all together. And I put enamel dots in these 4 places just to kind of pull your eye through the page. And then when it came to this one, I kind of did the same thing where I had some yellow here and I had to have some yellow over here as well. And just, you know, the chipboard here, chipboard here, chipboard here. And then this popped up piece here looks like chipboard. And so I just kind of wanted to make sure that I was using those principles in a really consistent way, and also pulling in colors that already coordinated with the colors that were already on the page, so that it didn't look too much like I was adding things, but just, you know, so that the new things looked like they actually belonged on the page, that they weren't just added to say, well, let's just put more stuff on this page. It has to look like it's there for a reason, and it has to support the story as well. So this one, for example, I have a flamingo on here because at Fee and Brian's house, it's very tropical. Like, even though they don't live in a tropical place, they live near us, they have decorated their place in a really tropical way. So the flamingo really works here. And I like the idea of butterflies and air balloons is kind of like, you know, flight and kind of being happy and on the go and that sort of thing. So that's how I personalized these pages even more. I did do a little bit of personalizing as I went, but it was really nice to take this hour and go through and add some details to really make these pages feel a lot more like mine. I hope that you find this helpful in terms of giving you some ideas of how you can take a page kit that may have been designed by someone else and really make it your own. So I'll be doing some more videos where I talk about how to use kits and things that were designed by other people and how to make it your own. So how to get that balance between having the convenience and the speed of having a kit that's already designed and has some ideas for how you should put it together, and then how to personalize it as you go so you can get that kind of perfect balance between convenience and customization. So take care and have a really great scrappy week.